Are you there, Betty? There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, hello, Latricia. What is it this time?
Well, today we finally got the results from Leah's entrance exams.
Oh, so you got them back today, huh?
Hey, what do you mean by that? This isn't some trivial little thing, it's a big deal. Why do you always need to act like this? It's irritating.
No, I didn't mean anything like that.
Honestly now, do you even understand the importance of these results? Do you even know what school my Leah was applying to? It's Central High School. Central. That's one of the hardest private schools to get into in the whole city. It's practically famous.
Yes, I know, I am well aware. I'm pretty sure you were the one going on and on about it at the Mothers Club, weren't you? I'm pretty sure every mom in the county knows about it by now.
Oh, is that right? I suppose I was a little excited about my Leah going for such a prestigious school. She was so excited when I told her about the school. So I was elated to hear she wanted to try to get in. I don't think it's strange to want to boast about it a little, isn't it? Anyone would want to tell people about their family's achievements, right?
I mean, yes, I can understand that. But wasn't it a bit risky to go telling everyone about Leah just taking the exam? If she had failed, it would have been terribly embarrassing for you. Not to mention for Leah if she heard her mother was talking her up so much.
Betty, what are you talking about? Are you saying you were thinking that my precious Leah was going to fail? How rude can you be?
Hold on, don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say anything of the sort. Well, since you've been talking so happily about getting the results, I'm guessing she passed, right? Please make sure to tell Leah congratulations for me.
Huh? Excuse me? Don't you think you should be telling me that first? Wow, you honestly are just incapable of praise, aren't you?
What do you mean? Leah is the one who had to study hard and take the exam, isn't she? I'm praising her for her effort, just like anyone would.
Ugh. This is why it's such a waste to talk to people who don't understand what really goes into something like this. Okay, listen up. When a child has to take some difficult exams, the child isn't the only one trying hard. Do you realize that? A parent like me also has to do her best for the child to succeed. I did everything I could for my dear Leah to pass.
Everything you could? What sort of work do you have to do?
All sorts of things. I have to find good after-school classes for her to attend. I have to pay all the money for her to attend those classes. And Central High School is a private school. So there's plenty of money I need to pay for her to even attend at all, remember?
So, mostly things revolving around money, right? And, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a housewife, right? All that money you're talking about is money your husband earned, correct?
Oh, shut your trap. Stop bringing up unrelated things. There's no need for me to work. My husband makes so much money that we already have all that we need. I don't need to get a job myself. That doesn't mean I don't do any work at all, mind you. It's thanks to how I am so careful in managing our money that we can even afford to have Leah attending such a school. Well, I have always wanted to freely use our money on our children. So my planning with such a goal in mind is what lets us do such things. We're not the same as stingy people on the poverty line like you. When you think about a child's future, isn't it obvious that a parent should be pulling out all the stops? That's just what I do.
Oh, so you're implying that I'm a tightwad who can't afford things, is that it? That's quite an insult to throw around so casually.
Oh, I didn't mean to insult you, really. I just thought, considering your financial situation, it must be tough to provide for your children. Especially when high school entrance exams are such a significant opportunity.
Ah, so that's what you meant, huh?
Well, if a child lacks the necessary academic ability, there's not much you can do, is there? In that case, it's possible that all that hard-earned money could go to waste.
Putting aside the fact that you're badmouthing me, don't you think you're going too far by implying such things about my daughter? Isabel hasn't done anything to you. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't involve her in this.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not implying anything about Isabel. You really need to work on that tendency to be paranoid.
Even if Isabel studies her hardest, passing such a difficult exam might not be possible without supplemental classes. Is that what you're implying? Am I wrong?
I'm just speaking hypothetically, it was just an example. You really need to stop taking everything so seriously. Not everything is an attack on you or your family. Maybe your sensitivity is due to your insecurity about your financial situation? I can't think of any other reason. Why you'd be so quick to assume the worst about what anyone says.
With all due respect, my family's income is perfectly fine. We're not below average, nor are we anywhere close to the poverty line. We earn an average income, that's all. You don't need to worry about our finances. By the way, while we're talking, may I ask you something?
Oh, what is it?
It's about Leah. How did she feel about the exam? I mean, how did she react before taking it and when she received the results?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Why do you think I should tell you about that?
Oh, nothing serious. I was just curious. These exams are a big deal, after all. I imagine she would have been quite nervous, considering the impact of her results. I assume you discussed it with her.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Well, before the test, Leah was always studying diligently at home. I can't speak for her after-school classes, but she always attended them. She followed my instructions at home and focused on her studies above all else.
Is that so? How did she react when she learned about the results?
Well, she seemed happy to me, but she also appeared quite relieved. She knew how challenging and significant that exam was. My amazing Leah did her very best with her studies. But she was anxious until she found out she passed. That's just her nature.
Ah, so that's how she felt, huh? It makes sense she was nervous. I understand now.
What? Do you have something to say about her now? Are you going to criticize her?
Well, I wouldn't call it a complaint, exactly, but... Can I ask you two more things?
What's going on with you? I don't get what you're getting at. Fine, what do you want to ask now?
Do you have many conversations with Leah?
Huh? What kind of question is that? It seems rather unexpected.
I mean, it's just something I wanted to ask.
Look, I'll give you the basics. But is there a specific issue you wanted to discuss?
Just the basics, huh? All right, here's the bottom line. Why did you contact me in the first place?
What? To share the news about Leah passing the exam, isn't that obvious? I did mention it at the Mothers Club when she was preparing for it, didn't I? I thought people might want to know how she did. Leah and Isabel are close friends, right? Since they're such good friends. I thought I'd reach out to her friend's mom first, so I contacted you.
Oh, maybe it would have been better if you hadn't messaged me directly. I wasn't exactly eagerly awaiting your report. Or a conversation like this one. Especially because Isabel and Leah are such good friends. If Leah passed, I'm sure she'd tell Isabel right away. And Isabel would tell me shortly after.
Wow, you really are distant, aren't you? Don't you see the value of having a good relationship with neighbors? If you do, you're not showing it very well.
I'm sorry to hear you feel that way. I am friends with everyone around here, so there's no need to worry. But that's not the point right now. You told me you wanted to share Leah passing her exam, right? That doesn't sound quite right. You just wanted to brag, didn't you? My daughter got into a prestigious high school. Isn't that impressive? She's smarter than your daughter. You were trying to assert dominance or something like that, right?
Oh, there you go with wild accusations. It doesn't reflect well on your character.
Right, you're absolutely right. By the way, there's something else you should know.
What is it now?
Well, the thing is, Isabel also applied to Central High School and took the exam.
Huh? What? I hadn't heard about that.
Probably because I didn't think it was necessary to inform you. But I must admit, it's a bit surprising. I thought you'd have heard from Leah.
No way, that can't be. That's impossible.
Impossible? What are you talking about? Who are you to decide who can and can't take an exam? You can't judge another child's academic ability.
Are you trying to make a fool out of me?
No, I'm not doing anything like that. Why would you think that? Since you seem unaware of the situation, how about I explain it to you?
Why should I care? I have no interest in your actions. But, seriously, what's going on? How can this be? Why is Isabel trying to apply for Central? That's completely different from what you told everyone at the Mothers Club. You told everyone you were planning for her to attend a public school.
Yes, I did say that. That was the initial plan. However, we did discuss it before she finished elementary school, remember?
Well, was it really like that? I can't say I remember very well.
We changed our plans after she graduated. Her homeroom teacher told us that she had the potential to do more than just attend the same school as everyone else. After hearing that, Isabel spoke with Leah about the situation.
Huh? She talked to Leah? What situation were they discussing?
According to Isabel, Leah said something like this. My mom told me, attending that public school is beneath you. You should apply to Central High School. A private school like that is much better. When I told her that I wanted to go to the same school as everyone else, she got really upset. She yelled at me for hours. My mom is making me study all day so I can pass the entrance exam. So I don't think I'll have much time to play with you anymore. If we end up going to different high schools, we might not get to see each other anymore. What should I do? I don't want to go to a different school. After saying that, Leah apparently broke down in tears.
Huh? That child, she really said such selfish things?
Selfish. Is that really the right word to describe what she said? Selfish? Well, maybe we can discuss that another time. Anyway, after hearing that from Leah, Isabel told me she wanted to go to Central too.
What? So you're saying she wanted to go to Central because her friend did? Wow, I can't believe she chose to try for a private school for such a thoughtless reason. If she really managed to get into that school with such frivolous motivations, it makes others like Leah, who actually put a lot of time and effort into thinking about their future, look bad.
Oh, so that's what you think of Isabel's determination to help her friend? So that's the kind of person you are. For your information, Isabel has enjoyed studying for quite a long time already. And she had the confidence to take that exam head on. She's the kind of girl who's happy to take on a challenge like that. So she had more than enough motivation and ability. She worked diligently to study all the way until the day of the exam.
Is that right?
Both of them gave their best effort, driven by their dream of attending the same school. And it's thanks to their hard work, both in studying and supporting each other, that they managed to pass the entrance exam. When we received the results, Isabel called Leah right away to share the news. You didn't even realize that was happening, did you?
I mean, but, wait. What about tuition? Central is an expensive school. Are you telling me your household makes enough to pay for a private school?
I'm surprised you'd ask such a question so directly. You really are quite straightforward, you know? Well, regardless, I can still provide you with an answer. Even in elementary school, Isabel was an honor student. She performed so well on the exam that she received a scholarship. Thanks to that scholarship, the application fee and tuition are completely covered. Isabel has assured me that she'll do everything in her power to maintain that scholarship until graduation. As long as she maintains her grades, we won't have to worry about tuition. My husband and I will do our best to support her in this endeavor.
What? What are you talking about? I'm completely clueless about your point. Are you attempting to mock Leah? Are you suggesting that Isabi is superior because Leah simply passed the test without earning anything?
Only passed the test? What exactly are you referring to? What more do you expect beyond that? It's Central High School. She secured a spot in Central. You're well aware of how competitive it is to get into that school. Aren't you pleased that Leah made it in?
How dare you speak to me in such a manner? You're genuinely exasperating. Are you implying that your daughter is more intelligent than mine or something? Is that your message? If I can motivate Leah to study harder, it'll be a breeze for her to earn such a scholarship too.
Oh, is that right? Well, scholarships are awarded solely based on entrance exam results. There's nothing we can do about it now. I recommend focusing on preparing for the start of school. Obsessing over the entrance exam results won't help us plan for the future. Honestly, I'm concerned that you might say something hurtful to Leah regarding the scholarship program.
And here you go once more, making such comments.
Oh, am I mistaken? I apologize if I am. Nevertheless, you can't deny that you've been disregarding Leah's wishes completely, can you? SHE expressed her desire to attend the public school, didn't she? Yes, Central may be prestigious, but it's so far away that she'll hardly get to see her friends. And the one who pushed her to try to get in was you, wasn't it? You had no inkling that Leah was suffering because she felt powerless. You had no idea how much she was hurting, correct? I sympathize with Leah, having to endure such pressure from her mother. Maybe it's time you start taking Leah's opinions into consideration a bit more from now on?
What nonsense are you talking about now? I am the one who gets to choose what school she attends, not you. Don't go trying to give me orders as to how I should raise my child.
So that's what you believe, is it? You are the selfish one here, not her. You may have talked big about how a parent should pull out all the stops for her child. But does a good parent really ignore her child while doing so? Sure, you pulled out all the stops. In selfishly forcing your child to go exactly where you wanted to go. I don't know if you actually listened to a word she said or not. But wouldn't it be a good parent's responsibility to understand what their child wants?
Be quiet, already. I think you have said quite enough. I have quietly listened as you just try to tell me how to live my life.
Oh. If that's what you think I'm doing, maybe you should think about how Leah feels when you're telling her where she has to go to school.
How dare you? Do you think you're anywhere near as good a parent as I am?
Oh, I'm nowhere near your level of parenting, I wouldn't stoop that low. After all, who's the one who decided to contact me to brag about their daughter's achievement? What happened to that attitude you started with? Anyway, I'm going to go congratulate my daughter for what she did. Maybe she'd like Leah to come so they can celebrate together? Anyway, I must be going now.
Hold it right there. How dare you say such things and leave without giving me a chance to respond? Answer me.
I haven't seen Latricia since the day school started for Isabel. From what I heard, she had a disagreement with her husband about Leah's education. And they ultimately decided to get a divorce. Following the divorce, Leah's father gained full custody. It's likely that Leah will now have a more comfortable life without her overbearing mother. So I'm relieved that things turned out this way. Isabel and Leah are still great friends as they attend Central together. As they keep studying, playing, and growing together. I genuinely hope from the bottom of my heart that they can continue to bring out the best in each other and reach their full potential.